Hey guys, so today we'll taste this. This is called Saganaki, and it's like a cheese based. Wow, it's so hard. It's like a cheese. I thought it was like probably some kind of a dessert, but I just googled and then it says it's like an appetizer. So it's a pan-seared Greek cheese appetizer. Mm. I've never had this before. So there's another cheese-based dessert kind of thing that you get when you go to some of the Arabic, Turkish, not necessarily Turkish, some of the Arabic restaurants. You know, during Ramadan times, you know, if you go to Lakemba, you get to eat a lot of that. It's called kanafe, and kanafe is one of my favorite things. That's cheese-based, right? I mean, everybody likes cheese, but I think cheese is kind of overrated. I know the Westerners, the Italians and French, and they go crazy about cheese. But I'm not a big fan of cheese. I like cheese. It's not like I'm not saying I don't like cheese, but I think Westerners like these Europeans mostly, Western Europeans and Central Europeans. That's all they eat. They just need cheese. Yeah, these Italians, like for example, these guys they put cheese in risotto, they put cheese in this, and they put cheese in that. They all cheese. It's just cheese. Spaghetti is cheese, noodles is cheese. Oh my god! But I ordered this. Let's see how it tastes like. Oh, ooh. I don't know why I was expecting it to taste sweet. Maybe because I had this kanafe in my mind, and it says cheese, honey, and what else? Made with only three ingredients, right? Let me let me read it. So Saganaki refers to various Greek appetizers. Okay, so there's more than one, which are prepared in a small two-handled, heavy-bottomed frying pan, itself called a Saganaki or Sagani. The most common traditional Greek recipes cooked in the kind of pan include feta Saganaki, mussel Saganaki, shrimp Saganaki. So this is the one that I'm having is a cheese Saganaki, right? Cheese Saganaki. What does it contain? Olive oil and cheese is all you need to make this mouth-watering appetizer at home. In many other recipes, restaurant deep fried and plenty of oil, but personally, I find it simply not necessary. It's thin crust and this definitely, but somewhere they mentioned honey and lime and whatnot. So for some reason, I was expecting it to taste sweet, but it tastes really, the cheese. It tastes very cheesy. That's just a little bit of honey, I guess. Mm. And this slice, this piece of Saganaki costs 25 Australian dollars, which is expensive. I'm not sure if you can see. There's a lot of sesame seeds on top, white sesame seeds. I'm not sure if it's really hard, if it's how if this is how it's supposed to be, or because I ordered Uber Eats, right? I'm having a feeling I probably must have heated it a little bit, to make it a bit gooey. I like gooey cheeses better than hard cheeses. Cheeses, is that right way to say? The English is a funny language, you know what I mean? Sometimes the plural also would be cheese, 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 or it could be like cheese, choose, or I don't know. Let me know in the comments what the plural of cheese. Huh? I think it's really salty. I'm not sure if salty is the right word, because you know how cheese tastes like, right? There's a little bit of saltiness. There's a little bit of. I think it's its own genre. Mm, but I mean, I don't like it that much. See, there's a little bit of sweetness coming from the honey. But the honey they have not put a lot of honey. You know what I mean? So maybe it's a personal. Mm, what I'm trying to say is, because I don't know anything about Saganaki, right? I'm wondering if this is how it's generally made in all regions of Greece, or maybe it could very well be the case that in some regions they eat it with a lot of honey. That way it tastes a bit sweeter, whereas in some regions they prefer actually to have it like really cheesy tasting rather than sweet. But either way, I think it's an interesting snack or appetizer or whatever. Or maybe you can do like you have it really the cheesy version. You can have it as an appetizer. Maybe add a little bit of honey. You can eat it as a dessert. I don't know, but it's an interesting snack. Is what I'm trying to say. I would personally prefer it with a little more honey, because the combination of those two, I think it would taste really interesting. Otherwise, if you're just a huge cheese person, if you like cheese a lot, I think you should try this. It's called Saganaki. I ordered this along with the Suvalaki. The Suvalaki is, I think, is the Greeks version of, maybe shish kebab or something like what we have in other Middle Eastern restaurant, Arabic restaurants, right? I like Suvalaki. I especially like the Greek bread. It's interesting. Whether I like it or not, I don't know. It's okay, okay. Not as much as the kanafe. If you guys have not had kanafe before, you should try this. This is a must try, especially if you're in Sydney. Like, you have lots of places where you can try kanafe. There's one really popular, I think, Turkish place in Lakemba where they make the kanafe, and it gets really crowded during the Lakemba times. Even otherwise, you can find it in lots of Arabic restaurants. Not necessarily in Lakemba. You can just Google. It's a it's a delicious cheese based snack. All right, I'll see you guys in another video. Bye bye.